Boosting has been one of those things that has been going on for far too long. Since Classic launched in 2019, it's been common practice for people to not bother leveling themselves and just buy gold for real money and then get boosts by mages or paladins. Well, no more. The news will not come to an end today. This is the third video back to back that I've been recording at 4 AM with a cup of tea, just because the news is so good I can't sleep. So let's break it down. So Blizzard have come out and said one of the most common pieces of feedback we've received and observed ourselves in our own adventures is the concern about pervasive sales of dungeon boosting services in-game. It often overpowers chat with advertisements and makes certain channels hard to use for their intended purposes. It's also no secret that the gold for many boosting groups is used for illicit activities such as real money trading, as much of the gold that players pay to boosters is then sold for real money back to other players. Yeah, as mentioned a second ago, that's exactly what's happening. Most people start a character, I say most people, sorry, I use that term loosely. Some people, they'll buy gold from some dodgy website and then they'll use that gold to get boosted, and then probably buy more gold once they're boosted to then buy gear in GDKPs. So, I mean, this is actually, when you look at this in the grand scheme of things, this is actually a great change. And we ain't even got to what the change is yet. Now that we've seen the final major content release of the Burning Crusade Classic, we will soon adjust the behaviour of creatures in most dungeons, including new dungeons coming in Wrath of the Lich King Classic, to make it significantly more difficult to endlessly snare and kite enemies. Additionally, we will implement the reduction to group XP earned when there's a large disparity between player levels in the same group. That's good, large disparity, so obviously that is going to eliminate boosting probably, well, completely, more or less. But there will be certain circumstances where it could still be useful. And this, where they've said about making it significantly more difficult to boost, this could actually change the way mages plan on leveling in Wrath as well, because I myself have been practicing a lot on getting the times absolutely nailed down in Utgard Keep solo as a level 70 mage. So if any other mages have been doing that, it might change that completely now. It might completely rule out solo farming in dungeons as a mage, full stop. We've experimented with similar changes to most dungeons on our Season of Mastery servers, and we've found these changes to be very effective at reducing the efficiency of boosting groups. We plan to roll out these adjustments to Burning Crusade Classic realms at the same time as the Joyous Journeys XP buff 2, which should happen sometime in the next few weeks. Stay tuned for the information about that and when you can expect to see these changes hit live servers. Right, XP buff 2, as in rolling it out at the same time 2 as in TOO, but they've put 2. Does that mean a second version of the XP buff? I mean, I am tired, it's very early, but XP buff 2, does that mean at some point it's going to go up to 100% instead of 50%? If you don't know about the XP buff, click the video up there or just wait until the end and I'll put it in the outro. But either way, that's a bit strange. This is also a good opportunity to remind everyone that spamming chat channels with advertisements for boosting services outside of dedicated trade channels is against the terms of service, and you should take every opportunity to report players that you see advertising for boosting services in channels such as General and Looking for Group. Well, that's not going to be a problem soon, because to even spam in Looking for Group, you're going to have to be queued in the random dungeon finder tool. Well, it's not random dungeon finder, is it? It's not random anymore, just dungeon finder tool. But this is brilliant. I'm quite hyped about this, other than the fact it has kind of changed my plans for Fresh, and there's a video coming out about my Fresh plans soon, and that'll make sense why it's changed my plans. We're really looking forward to players joining us very soon in the Wrath of the Lich King Classic beta, very soon as in today. I mean, I'd imagine it's going to drop this week, probably today. So all this news, getting it all out there, and then boom, beta this evening, and hope to be able to share more about that very soon as well. So overall, great news. Not going to drag this outro out. Boosting RIP in Wrath of the Lich King, and for a portion towards the end of Burning Crusade Classic as well. So you better get your characters leveled during that 50% XP buff that's coming, instead of worrying about sitting in mage boost in slave pens and stuff. But anyway, like, subscribe. We're nearly at 50k. You can do it, boys. Big push. Roll the outro. There's lots of ways you can support the channel to keep me here putting out World of Warcraft content and covering all future MMOs. Consider joining the channel as a member. You get access to emotes, everyone will know you're a member when you comment on future videos because you get a nice icon next to your name, and you get access to members only videos, which I'll be putting a lot of on the channel throughout the year. Additionally, there's a Patreon link in the description as well. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you on the next one.